begins with a shooting star in the city. I mean, yeah, that's nice. And you see 3 kids, and one of them is John Lennon's son. So Michael walks out of his apartment, shooting star flies by, suddenly getting shot at. Suddenly, this little girl starts thinking back to the past when Michael and her friends and her just were playing a game of football with a doggy. The dog decides to run off and be a big old piece of poo and just walk right off there. Bye bye. Well, of course, Michael and the little girl just start chasing after him, and they finally find the dog. And it turns out they find a secret underground lair to the Spire cult thing, and they go down to see that the Spire cult thing is making drugs to give to children, and their leader is Joe Pesci. The little girl sees the Spire and screams. And Joe Pesci sees them and sends the guards after him. And I assume that Michael then sent the kids away, hid them somewhere, and Michael just ran off, and they never found him or the kids. They all moved to the city in different times. So we're still seeing Michael's house get shut up, and suddenly we see his coat, but no Michael. Mr. Big, that's Joe Pesci's character, really mad. Sends his guards after him to find him. All the while, Michael's running and running and running. He's just running and 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 running. And then suddenly, he finally stumps down an alleyway like this. He just goes, oh God. And then the shooting star. And suddenly Michael goes, I need a car. So after that, Michael turns into a car. What? 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 Have you been drinking too much lately? Does the pop star Michael Jackson turn into a car? Wow. Okay. Alright, so, yeah, you're not crazy. He turned into a car. Anyway, the Big's off to where the kids are, coincidentally. They're at this old nightclub that's been abandoned for years. As soon as they hear someone walking by, they hop over the fence and hide, and they see that it's Michael and in his stair costume. Michael walks into the club, and oh my God, it's not abandoned. And this shares with Thriller as just an amazing piece of art. And honestly, it really is amazing. It's breathtakingly amazing. Just the whole sequence, it goes like clockwork. The dancing is great. Yes, even the weird part where suddenly, glass explosion, everything's blue, and they just kind of go, they're doing this, and then they start chanting, "Are you okay? And are you okay? Okay, Annie." And then Michael has his hat off, everything, and then puts the hat on, bam, bam. And then suddenly, around this time, after a little while, the little girl decides to peep in and see what's going on. Michael must notice where he is, or something like that. Then he does this sort of. Everybody's seen the move, and it's an amazing move. He does this. He does the Tin Man. The little girl gets captured, and then, Michael is surrounded by Mr. Big's guards, and then you're like, okay, Michael's gonna be a real pacifist today. No, he hides behind this cover of all these people, and then suddenly, Michael's back, just machine gun, shooting everywhere, just turning around like he's shooting everything. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, he gets out of the club, and then, of course, he reunites with the kids, except for the little girl. He sees the little girl's teddy bear, which I forgot to mention earlier, covered in spiders, so it's clear there's an indication, and, that she's been taken. So Michael has the kid, he goes to the sort of where Mr. Big is now. He has the kids wait by the sidelines, so they don't get in too much danger, so they can bargain with Mr. Big, and, Mr. Big's introduction, man, he's pretty much kind of beating up this poor little girl and trying to give her drugs. Michael's beaten. He's beaten he has to sit there and watch now. She tries to comfort him, trying to help him. She gets slapped, and then, she's about to be, hurt even more. And Michael gets pissed. And then suddenly, he turns into a robot. He turns into a big old robot, blows up the base. Don't worry, the little girl's fine. She's safe. All the kids are safe. She blows up the base. She blows up the base. He blows up the base. And then he turns into a rocket ship. It's first you go from somewhat dramatic to just a big old explosion of wow. And then Mr. Big thinks he's got him. Nope. Michael Jackson comes up like a plane. And then he blows up Mr. Big and he's gone. Joe Pesci can't give kids drugs anymore. You think Michael, he rides off into the sunset. The kids are sad. Suddenly they're walking home and guess who they run into? It's Michael. He came back. And then he decides, kids, I'm going to take you somewhere special. And he does. He takes them backstage at one of his concerts. And he does a Beatles cover. He covers Come Together. And the movie ends. So, yeah. Personally, I may have complained a lot about Moonwalker today, but is it enjoyable? Oh, yeah, you bet your ass it is. It's amazing. It's a fun ride. It's just not a very logical movie. It's basically, Michael said, let's do this, and they did it. And it's not such a bad thing if there was a whole plot throughout the whole film. Because there wasn't. It's almost like, let's film a bunch of things and put it together also. It's not just, let's do what Michael wants. It's also, let's film a bunch of things, put it together to make a package. So, it's like a music video collection. Except almost all new music videos. Mixed in with some old ones, but really it's new ones. But, hey, the most important thing is the Smooth Criminal segment. Even though the whole 40-minute thing is pretty cool, but just the music video for Smooth Criminal is amazing. It's really cool, And the come together part's all right, but it doesn't hold up the same standard as the Smooth Criminal part. And honestly, that's about it for today. I'm gonna go upstairs now and take some medicine or something. Oh wait, I haven't seen any delusions yet, so yeah. I think I'll be good today. Take care. Bye. Oh, that sounds like a popular YouTuber. But goodbye though. Maybe I'll send him a soundbite and rip off. Okay, let's just. Man, I am so proud. That view. I haven't viewed like that in a long time. All right.